Hello all, in our previous video we have seen pseudocode of a program. Now in this particular video we will see basic structure of C program. The structure of C program tells us which format we have to follow in order to write better C code. So let us get started. In this basic structure of C program we have different sections called documentation section, link section, definition section, global declaration section, main function section, and then subprogram section. Let us try to discuss these sections one by one. Let us understand first of all what is a C programming language paradigm. That is, what kind of a style C programming language follows. C language is a structured programming language. That means we will divide a problem into smaller modules called functions or procedures. A function is a block of code that will perform a task. We will see functions in detail in the upcoming lectures, so no need to worry as of now. So C programming is a structured programming language where we can divide a large problem into subprograms so that it will process easily. So without functions we cannot write a single C program because C programming starts from main function, right? So without main function we cannot write C programs. C programs are generally start the execution from main function. The structure of C program can be mainly divided into 6 parts. One, documentation section. The second one is linking section. The third one is definition section. Fourth one is global declaration section. Fifth one main section or main function section. Sixth one is subprogram section. Let us discuss these sections one by one. In documentation section we will write comment lines. So these comment lines are ignored by your compiler. Comment lines are not part of your execution. So comment lines are basically written to understand that programming purpose or that particular line functionality so that others who are reading our program can easily understand. This section will give information about program title, author name and date. So we have two different comment lines. One is single line comment that starts with two double forward slashes and another type of comment called multi-line comment that starts with one forward slash and star and then ends with star and one forward slash. In below we have discussed one example. In the first line find the sum of two numbers that is denoted with two forward slashes. That's called single line comment. And in the second line we have given author name and date, right? So author name is Subbarao and date is August 22, 2024 within the multi-line comment. These are suggested and are optional. You can write or you can ignore. But it is good to write comment lines so that others can able to understand. That is the purpose of documentation section. The next section of structure of C programming is linking section. It is mandatory. All header files which are required for execute the program are included in this section. Header files contains function declaration that are used in program. So for example we have used printf and scanf. Printf is a output function and scanf is input function. But in order to make them work we will include those particular libraries called stdio.h. Because printf and scanf, the internal details, how it work, what is the declaration and definition, those things are defined in a library function called, library file called stdio.h. So in order to link this code, your printf code, your actual code, what I mean to say, your printf functionality with the definition section, this is called linking section. It is mandatory. There are other header files also which we will discuss in future. One such other file called math.h, in that we have a huge number of math functions called pow function is helpful for calculating powers, and square root function we can calculate square roots of a given number. These functions definitions also written in header files. So in order to make your code work we need to include this hash include library files so that your code will work. The next section is the definition section. It is a optional section in structure of C programming. In this section we can declare symbolic constants with the help of hash define directive. For example, hash define pi is equal to 3.14. This is also known as symbolic constant. We will see what is the difference between symbolic constants and normal constants. With respect to scope, they might differ. These details will be discussed in future lessons. As of now, you just remember in definition section, we can declare symbolic constants with the directive called hash define. This is optional. As per requirement, you can write or you can ignore as part of structure of C programming. The next section is global declaration section. It is optional. In this global declaration section, we will declare some variables. These variables can be accessed from anywhere in the program. Usually global variables can be declared outside of function so that we can access global variables in the file from anywhere. So that is the meaning of global variables. We can access these variables from anywhere in the program. So that is the meaning of global variables. There is the concept of global and local variables which we will discuss in functions topic. As of now, no need to worry about these things. What is global variable, what is local variable, what is scope and what is lifetime. These things will be discussed in functions topic. Okay. Apart from global variables, in this global declaration section, we can also have user defined function declarations. That is our own functions. What is the meaning of user defined functions? Our own functions. Printf is the inbuilt function. We can declare our own functions. This topic also we will declare in future lessons. The next section is main function section, which is mandatory. We need to write main function at any cost because it is the entry point of any C program. Any C program can contain only one main function. If you consider a C project, there will be many C files, right? For one C project, one main function will be sufficient because your project execution starts from that main function only. In main function we have two parts. One is declaration part and then one is declaration part, another one is execution part. In declaration part we used to declare variables and in execution part we used to have a calculation or process related code. Main function starts with one curly brace and ends with one curly brace. Function is a block of code. In C programming language, block of code can be represented by using curly braces. So main function is mandatory. Your compiler starts from main function. The next section of structure of C programming language is subprogram section, which is optional in structure of C program. Previously in global declaration section, in that section we can have user defined function declarations, but in the subprogram function we can have user defined function definitions. There is a concept of function declaration and function definitions which we will discuss in functions topic. As of now, subprogram section contains function definitions. That is the point you should remember. With that we have completed structure of C program. Thanks for watching. I will see you in my next lecture.